Welcome to our video lesson on writing the equation of a line from a graph. We've already explored how to do this, so you should be pretty familiar with it, but this will just summarize it nicely for those of you who would like it. All right, our steps, there's 3 steps. We need to find the y-intercept. Now remember that the y-intercept is the point where our line crosses the y-axis. So where, I'm going to make this thinner. Where the line crosses the y-axis. So in ours here, our point crosses the y-axis right here at 4. So that means that my y-intercept will be 4. Now, my equation I start with always is going to be y equals mx plus b. And I know that my y and my x are going to stay, but I need to figure out what my m and my b will be. So m is going to be our slope, which we haven't figured out yet, but the b is the y-intercept. So instead of writing b, I'm now going to write plus 4. And maybe here I'll put a little label that says b is the y-intercept. All right, then my slope is what I need to find next. Find my slope. Now remember that our slope, or m, is equal to the rise over the run. So in this case, to find it, I need to start by finding 2 nice points to work with. Nice points are points that are at crossroads on our grid. So here's a nice point. Oh, the nice point is right here. And another nice point is my orange point. So I need to find my rise and my run. Well, to find my run, I'm going to do run first. We'll do rise first, sorry. It doesn't matter. We'll do run first. Run is 1, 2, 3, 4. And I have a rise of 1, 2, 3. So my rise over my run is equal to 3 over 4. So that means down here, instead of writing m, I'm now going to write 3 over 4 x plus 4. Now, I can't simplify this 3 over 4 anymore, so I leave it like that. And that is my equation for this line. Let's do another one. So here is my graph. And again, I have to start by finding the y-intercept. The y-intercept is where our line crosses the y-axis, and that is right here. So I'm going to write my equation again, y equals mx plus b. And now I know my b is the red. So now I'm going to write y equals mx. Now my b is -1. So instead of writing plus -1, I'm just going to write -1 here. If you wanted to write plus -1, you could, but this is a simpler way to write it. My next step is to find my slope, and I need 2 nice points to do that. So I've got my one nice point at my y-axis, and my second nice point is here. Now I need to remember that my m, or my slope, is always rise over run. So the key thing to look at here is usually the rise goes up. We think of rise as moving up, but in this case my rise goes down. So that means my rise is a -1. So here rise will be -1, and my run is 1, 2, 3. So it's -1 over 3. So that means my slope in this case is going to be negative. And an interesting thing to notice is this line is going down like this. But if you look back on our last slide, our line went up like that. So if it's a negative slope, the line's going to be like this shape where it goes down. But if it's a positive slope, it's going to be like this one where it goes up. Let's do one more example. Again, I need to start with y equals mx plus b. And I find my y-intercept first. So where does it cross the y-axis? Right here. So that means that y equals mx plus 3. And then my slope. So my m, or my slope, is equal to my rise over my run. So my rise, well again I need to find a nice point, and a second nice point to work with. Do you see all the way down here? Then I'm going to look at my rise and my run. So my rise, or my run goes 1, 2, 3, and my rise goes up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that means that my slope, my rise over my run, is 7 over 3, which we could simplify and write it as a decimal if you wanted, or you can leave it like that as a fraction. I'm going to leave it as a fraction, so 7 over 3x plus 3. And that is our equation for our slope. One last suggestion. Notice that each time I found the rise and the run, I started with the point furthest to the left, and then I did my second point furthest to the right. So always start with your point that's on this side, calculating your rise and your run. And that way you can do it positive if it's going up and negative if it's going down. If you need any help, let me know. I'm here to help you, but that's all for now.